Today we wanted to talk to not only kind of first home buyers, but all buyers out there in the market right now who are trying to get their foot on the property ladder, because obviously it is a great time to be doing so. But we wanted to talk about some of the options around that to make it a little easier, and that's finding ways to get some income coming off of your property. Most people will be familiar with multi-flat properties or multi-unit properties in general. We really wanted to talk about how you can create those opportunities in a property where it's not just handed to you and it's not just already laid out, because obviously it is quite tough for investors to get a good return at the moment. So we want to talk about how to optimize that.
So one of the smallest ways is if you have a spare garage. In a lot of particularly central Wellington areas, a lot of people don't have garages and are prepared to pay an amount to have their car garaged per week. We're not talking big bucks here, but every little bit counts. And so any spare garage that you have, either because you've got more than one, or you don't have a car, or you're happy parking on the street, that's a good place to earn a bit of extra income off your property.
So one thing to look out for if you're looking to maximize the income you're getting off of a property is looking for a larger section. Now, obviously, the biggest thing you can do with a larger section is develop it and put either another house on it or townhouses or some other kind of property. But if your section isn't quite big enough to develop, another option is putting on a granny flat or a studio, which you can rent out as an Airbnb. And this can be a good way to get a bit of extra money coming off the property as well.
Another clever way to make a bit of extra money off your property is obviously just to rent out one of the rooms within your house. Now, if you have a room that has its own ensuite, and there is any way that you might be able to provide its own access, so if it is up against one of the external walls and you can get a consent to put a door straight into that room, then you could actually lock it off from the rest of the house and have it as its own kind of separate space. Obviously, it will be all under the same power meter, etc., but you could actually rent that out. A lot of people, there's a premium on those one bedroom areas. So if you have got a spare room within your place, whether that's for a flatmate or whether that's to look to make external entrance, that can be a great way to get another $200 to $400 per week.
For sure. And another good thing to look out for if you're on the search right now looking for some kind of rental property, but just not liking what you're seeing out there on the market, is if you do have a bit of cash, is looking for something that's maybe a bigger home that's, been rented out for a while and looking to convert it into multiple flats. Because often investors are just looking for the easier option, which is to buy something that's already in multiple units. But it can be more cost effective to look for a big family home that you think would be, possible to reconvert into multiple units.
And if it is multiple units, there are plenty of investors selling 2-flat properties at the moment, or home and income properties. One of the most genius ways of going into a home and income property is if you can live in the income and rent the home out for a period of time. So the income is usually the 1-bedroom part of it. The home is usually the 2 to 4-bedroom part of it. If you can rent that out, then you'll be getting a much greater return. You stay in the income part until you're sort of on top of that mortgage a wee bit, and then you can flip it around, and that way you've still got income coming in and you can move into the larger space.
And just to top it off, one final thing that I think is really great with a lot of the floor plans for recently built townhouses is they often have a bedroom down on the lower level, which is perfect for renting out. Quite a few of them have en suites. We sold a couple in the Altair development on Rental Street. And the way they're laid out is perfect for having a flatmate downstairs. You've got the 1 bedroom with the ensuite and a garage, and then living and kitchen on the middle level, and then 2 bedrooms upstairs, which can be either rented out to 2 people, or you can keep that upstairs area for yourself and rent out the bottom.